Welcome to the 12-Minute Leadership Podcast, where in 12 minutes or less, I'll share small things that you can put into immediate practice that will make a big difference in your leadership effectiveness. I'm your host, Elise Boggs-Morales, leadership professor, consultant, and coach. For the last 17 years, I have helped thousands of leaders level up their influence and achieve remarkable results. If you want to trade compliance for true commitment and create your dream team, you are in the right place. Get ready for a quick hit of practical wisdom to increase your team's engagement, inspire top performance, and retain your best talent. Ready to level up your influence and get better results? 12 minutes starts now. Hi everyone, Elise here. Welcome to episode 17. Today, I am continuing the series on coaching. Last week, I shared 5 reasons to hire an executive coach. I have an amazing team of executive leadership coaches, but I also receive coaching myself. I hired my business coach in 2023. Her area of expertise is mindset. Since being coached by her, my life and business have never been the same. Within 1 year of hiring her, I finally conceived my daughter after 5+ years of infertility, wrote my first book, launched a podcast, hired an assistant, expanded my coaching team, and achieved other significant goals that had been on the back burner for years. One of the most important factors in choosing a coach is choosing someone who has a proven track record in the areas you are seeking success. My coach is at least 10+ steps ahead of me, offering wisdom and guidance that has saved me years of time. Today, I'm going to share 3 mindset shifts I made as a result of coaching with her. My hope is that your thinking will be challenged for the better, like mine was, and you'll have some gold nuggets you can apply to your own life and leadership. Mindset shift number 1. Exponential growth is easier than incremental growth. I'll say that again. Exponential growth is easier than incremental growth. This concept is very counterintuitive and not something I could have ever come up with on my own. To drill this concept in, my coach recommended the book 10x is Easier Than 2x by Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. When looking at an effective growth strategy, in short, 10x is easier than 2x because it forces clarity. You can't 10x by doing more of what you're already doing. You 10x by focusing only on what has exponential potential, those things that truly matter, and eliminating the rest. 2x, or doubling your growth, can often be achieved by working harder, adding more tasks, or making incremental improvements. It's familiar and feels safe, but it usually means carrying a lot of things that don't truly serve you. 10x growth, or tenfold improvement, cannot be achieved by working harder in the same way. It requires radical focus, simplification, and letting go of the majority of things you're doing. Only your unique abilities, the things that create exponential value, will get you there. It's the 80-20 rule on steroids. To go 10x, you must focus on the 20% of your activities that generate 80% of your results and eliminate or delegate the rest. Here's how I applied the 80-20 rule in my leadership and business to produce extraordinary results in a short amount of time. I identified 2 things. First, my unique abilities. And second, narrowed my focus on the activities that could create the most exponential growth. Once I got that clarity, I either eliminated or delegated the rest. As a result of this audit, I hired an assistant to support me with all the back-end admin work, client support and communication, and all of the front-facing elements of my brand, like social media and the launch of my book and podcast. I also hired 3 more executive coaches to join my team and expanded the work my coaching team is doing. Previously, they exclusively did executive coaching. Now I am fielding other types of client work to them based on their unique skill sets and expertise. In my personal life, I hired a local company to provide us with clean, organic meals a couple nights a week for dinner to save me time and allow me to be focused on being present with my daughter. So what am I doing with all the time I got back? My 20% is now focused on doing more work with organizations consulting at the strategic level, limiting the number of people I coach, updating my rates, developing new offerings and services for clients, recording this podcast, reading books, nurturing my business community, blocking out self-care days where I can recharge, and CEO days where I can focus on strategy and give space for new and creative ideas to flow. Applying the 80-20 rule has increased the growth and clarity of my business significantly. Want to apply this 80-20 golden nugget to your leadership and/or business? Here is some practical application. Ask yourself, what would I have to stop doing, start doing, and focus entirely on if I wanted 10x growth? Also, be willing to let go of good opportunities to pursue only the great ones. And recognize that the path to 10x is simpler, not harder. It requires less activity, but more clarity and courage. All right, mindset number 2. Let it be easy. The first time I heard my coach say yet another counterintuitive phrase, my mind could not compute how you can let something be easy that circumstantially seems challenging. This is something she challenged me with early on, and I can honestly say it has transformed the way I think. Things I previously thought were so hard are hardly a blip on my radar now. New things that could be perceived as hard are now challenged. So here are the key concepts for let it be easy if you're finding yourself in challenging circumstances. Number 1, releasing struggle. Often when circumstances feel hard, part of the hardness comes from the mental and emotional resistance that we add. Overthinking, bracing for the worst, or trying to control every detail. Let it be easy is an invitation to loosen that resistance and allow the situation to unfold without so much internal struggle. Number 2, simplifying instead of complicating. Leaders, and high achievers in particular, tend to overcomplicate solutions, adding extra steps, over-preparing, or aiming for perfection. The phrase reminds you to look for the simplest, most straightforward path forward. Sometimes the solution is less complex than we first assume. Number 3, trusting yourself. Challenges can trigger self-doubt. Let it be easy is also a reminder that you already have the skills, wisdom, and capacity within you. You don't need to force or prove yourself. You can trust the preparation and abilities you've built. Number 4, shifting energy. It's not about ignoring difficulty. It's about shifting the mindset from this is a battle to this is an opportunity I can move through with grace. That lighter, more open energy often creates better results and less exhaustion. So here's an example that might resonate with you. Imagine you're preparing for a presentation for a potential new client. Your default mode might be, I need to cram. I need to overscript every line. I need to anticipate every possible question. The let it be easy approach might sound like, I know my material. I'll focus on the 3 key points. I'll trust my presence and let the conversation flow. The prep is still there, but without the unnecessary tension. So in short, let it be easy doesn't mean avoiding effort. It means dropping the unnecessary resistance, overcomplication, and pressure so that your energy is freed up for what truly matters. Mindset shift number 3. 2 things can be true at the same time. I'm a recovering perfectionist, black and white thinker who is becoming more and more comfortable with the messy gray. When I shared some different challenges I was having, my coach shared another mind-stretching phrase. 2 things can be true at the same time. So here's a quick example. I can feel grateful for my team's effort and still be frustrated that the project missed the deadline. Why does this matter in leadership? Leaders face paradoxes daily: growth and risk, confidence and humility, vision and pragmatism. Many people think in either-or terms, but leadership requires both and thinking. Acknowledging that 2 things can be true allows leaders to navigate complexity without denying reality. So here's some practical application. First, emotions in leadership. You can be excited about a new opportunity and nervous about your capacity. It's not weakness, it's being human. Another area is feedback and growth. A team member can be incredibly talented and still need to work on communication. Recognizing both truths helps leaders give balanced, constructive feedback. Another area is conflict resolution. In a disagreement, each side often has a valid perspective. Saying two things can be true shifts the tone from adversarial to collaborative. Another area is personal leadership balance. You can care deeply about your work and set boundaries to protect your health. This reframes boundaries as strength, not selfishness. So how can you apply this mindset shift to your leadership? See if you can identify a situation in your leadership or personal life where you're stuck in either or thinking. Sometimes it's hard to be objective to ourselves, but see if you can think of a situation and then ask, what would it look like if both things were true? This practice opens doors to empathy, creativity, and better decision making. So, to recap, mindset shift number 1, exponential growth is easier than incremental growth. Mindset shift number 2, let it be easy. And finally, mindset shift number 3, two things can be true at the same time. Was your mind stretched and challenged like mine was? Sometimes a different experience is just a mindset shift away. If you enjoyed today's episode, share it with another leader you know will benefit. And be sure to join me next time as I continue this series on coaching. I'll see you then.
Like what you heard on today's episode and want to go deeper? Subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode. You can also pick up my book, Lead Anyone, on Amazon. Then, go to my website to check out ways that we can support your leadership goals. From executive retreats to customized training and coaching, my team of experts will help you level up your leadership and accelerate your results. Go to www.eliseboggs.com for more info.